I believe it should be coming right after they finish talking here at home plate. I'll give you a heads up if something changes. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give you a heads up if we potentially need to push it back. Wait, when do you want to fire it? At 6:30? Oh, okay. I mean, we've been doing it at 6:30. That usually covers all the bases up. Yeah, for the most part, it's worked out really well. Unfortunately, we're a little inconsistent with the singing, but hopefully, yeah, if we do it at 6:30, it should be good. All right, cool. All right, great. Thank you. National anthem. Good evening and welcome to you here at David Story Field at Lower Columbia College in Longview, Washington. We have a matchup between the first place Cowles Black Bears in the second half and the first place Yakima Valley Pippins in the North Division as we step aside, or rather pause, for the national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land
And the end of the national anthem means the beginning of baseball here at David Story Field at Lower Columbia College in Longview, Washington. My name is Zach Smolin, and as you heard on the other side of the break, this is a matchup of first-place teams here today in the second half. The Yakima Valley Pippins are 2-2, tied atop their division with the Walla Walla Sweets, who are also 2-2. And the Cowles Black Bears are tied with Bend with identical 1-0 records in the South Division. So they were the bottom two teams in the first half, and now are the top two in half number two. Both 2 games up on Corvallis, a game and a half up on Ridgefield, and a half game ahead of the Portland Pickles as the Cowles Black Bears take the field right here in some brand new orange threads today. They look fantastic. Bright orange on the front with Cowles written across the front and their regular font that matches their lettering when it comes to their logo on the C. Those are in green, trimmed out in white. Also, numbers on the back in green with white trim. White pants with an orange stripe going down either side. Green socks today. And black hats with an orange Cowles Black Bear C prominently displayed on the front of that cap, as the Black Bears today are 17-16-1 overall, 11-14 in the WCL. And they'll try to get their second win in a row against the Pippins with Miles Davis on the mound. From Cal State Bakersfield, Davis having a very nice season. He's a right-handed pitcher, 6'2", 193 pounds, 1-2 on the year with a 4.43 ERA in 5 games, all starts. 24 and a third innings pitched, 24 strikeouts, 11 walks, and 22 hits allowed. 1.36 ERA for the young man as he'll go up against this Yakima Valley lineup. Alex Fernandez, the second baseman, will lead things off with Willie Lejoie over at first, hitting second. Batting third is the DH Blake Dickman with Noah Williamson, the center fielder, cleaning things up. Mason Marenko, the catcher, or rather the third baseman, will hit fifth with Alex Shanks out in right field in the sixth spot. Brock Melenda will catch and hit seventh with Taylor Holder in left field batting eighth, and rounding out the order is Spencer Marenko, the shortstop, will bat ninth. So Fernandez up there. Fernandez is ready. Davis is ready. Let's do it here in Longview as the first pitch is the ball down and inside, and the time is 6:34 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are underway. So Fernandez up to the plate now. He did not play in yesterday's game as he checked his swing, but it's a strike anyway on the outside corner to the left-hander, 1-1. Fernandez making his 10th appearance for the Pippins. He's hitting 160 with 4 hits and 25 at-bats, 3 runs scored, no extra base hits, but 2 runs batted in, and 3 walks for him. He struck out 11 times and has stolen a base as Davis misses away 2 balls and 1 strike to Fernandez. 5'10", 150 pounds, wearing the number 1 for Yakima. As the right-hander kicks, delivers the next one. Fastball on the outside corner for a strike, says Chad Little, home plate umpire. And we even the count now at 2-2. Chad Little, as I just mentioned, is today's umpire behind the plate. And in the field is John Poland, and they'll flip-flop back for tomorrow for their same positions they were in game 1. As the breaking ball from Davis, he got him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fernandez starts to run down the line, but nothing doing for him as was caught by Jacob Burley. And there's one away as Davis starts off today the same way that his teammate Kelly Austin started yesterday, a strikeout of the leadoff Pippin batter. So now Willie Lejoie will come on up. Lejoie hitting 250, 25 hits and 100 at-bats as the opening slider is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Lejoie has 4 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 15 runs batted in. As Davis now kicks, fires the 0-1, goes back to the slider, and he's got him on the outside corner, 0-2. That's Davis's best pitch. He's got the fastball, changeup, slider, and has a lot of biting action on it. Can change speeds with the slider as well. Jacob Burley sets up away. Here's the 0-2. Slider again, 3 in a row. Strike 3. Miles Davis with back-to-back swinging strikeouts to send down the first 2 Pippins here in the top of the first inning. Yesterday, Kelly Austin struck out 9 through 8 innings, and James Bradwell struck out a pair. So 11 total strikeouts for the Pippins, who strike out just over 10 times per contest on average. As Blake Dickman comes to the plate, he has 18 strikeouts this season, 16 hits, 57 at-bats, a .281 average, as Davis missed down and outside with an off-speed offering, 1-0. Dickman also with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and 13 runs batted in as the big man Noah Williamson waits on deck. Next one to the righty. Cut on a miss on the change, 1-1. And after that, we will give you your Cowlitz Black Bears defense today. Henry Mensch is in left field with Brock Mortensen in center. Jacob Stinson patrols the grounds out there and right. Brock Bozette at the hot corner with Matthew Schwartz playing short, Riku Nishida at second, and Jaden Shepard playing first. Behind the plate is Jacob Burley, who cleaned up that swing and a miss by Dickman. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Davis certainly has his slider clicking today. It's been a wipeout pitch against right-handers so far, giving LeJoie and Dickman a lot of fits. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Miles Davis strikes out the side in the first and gives a quick wave over to his family sitting right in front of us in the press box. No runs, no hits, no errors, 3 strikeouts, nobody left aboard. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless tie, and your Black Bears coming to bat right here on YouTube and KEDO.
Didn't start Kentucky Fried Chicken until he was 65. Yes,
all right, so now we are back at it here in the bottom of the first. A 1-2-3 inning, all strikeouts from Miles Davis as the Black Bears will go up against Tyler Frieders. He's got excellent off-speed stuff. Throws in the upper 80s with his fastball and will be a tough challenge for the Black Bears. He's one of their best pitchers. 3-1 at 2.42 ERA. This is his 4th start, his 6th appearance. He also has a save in there. Pitched 26 innings, struck out 33 to just 7 walks and 17 hits, has a whip of .92 as Riku Nishida will look to lead things off with the bang for the Black Bears. Nishida lefty against the right-handed firing Frieders as he kicks and delivers the first one. Swing and a miss by Nishida. He's behind 0-1. Riku from Mount Hood Community College and Osaka, Japan. Now leads the team with 14 walks after drawing one yesterday as he takes a strike down and in, 0-2. Nishida hitting .241, 14 hits, 58 at-bats, a double, triple, and 5 runs batted in. On base at a .408 clip and a slugging of .293. Those stats include the non-league games for the Black Bears as the 0-2 is a breaking ball that Nishida is just able to waste with a quick swing. We'll keep it no balls and 2 strikes. And Frieders, 6'1", 180 pounds, a right-hander. From Billings, Montana, goes to Yakima Valley College. The 0-2 is laced in the air, foul on the left side. And we'll do it all over again. Frieders just attacking the zone and making Nishida work for everything up there. And for the first time in a while, the Black Bears are using almost the same exact lineup as yesterday, and we'll get into that in a minute as the 0-2 is sprayed in the air on the left side, hooking towards the foul line. Hustling in is Holder, and it falls down. Or no, he falls down and makes the grab. All right, so he makes the catch in foul ground. Nishida is out, and there's one away. Here in the bottom of the first, I was unclear what Little was saying. It looked like he pointed that it went down and it was a fair ball, but instead it's just a ball caught there in the air. So one away for Brock Bozette. Frieders deals and misses high with the fastball, 1-0. Here's your Cowlitz lineup today. Riku Nishida, the second baseman, leads off with Brock Bozette, the second hitter, playing third base. Batting third and in right field is Jacob Stinson with Brock Mortensen, the center fielder, cleaning things up. As the 1-0 comes in, and is right on the inside corner. A good off-speed pitch from Frieders, 1-1. Henry Mensch, the left fielder, hits fifth with Case Ogata, the DH, in the 6th spot. Batting 7th is Jacob Burley, the catcher, with Jaden Shepard at first base in the 8th spot. And batting 9th is Matthew Schwartz, the LCC shortstop, as Bozette takes one in. Fastball this time, 2-1. And I mentioned that it's almost the same exact lineup. So yesterday they had Wilson Weber in the 7, and he was catching. And now they just swapped him out straight up for Jacob Burley. Everybody else in the same spot in the order, in the same position as yesterday's game. The Black Bears won by a score of 5-1, or 5-0 rather. It's a 3-1 count. Bozette wastes it and fouls it into the screen, 3-2. Black Bears scored all 5 of their runs yesterday in the bottom of the 7th inning. Finally able to help Kelly Austin out. He responded with a scoreless 8th, and then James Bradwell was able to nail down the victory for the Black Bears. Bozette fouls one back and maintains a 3-2 count. And Yakima on the other end, they're also wearing bright colors. They have a Granny Smith apple green jersey today with Pippins across the front in navy blue, or darker green, my mistake, as Bozette works a walk, ball 4 above his head. That's 14 for him on the year. Now back to first place, tie with Riku Nishida, and Jacob Stinson will step up. So back to the threads for Yakima. My mistake, it's a dark forest green where Pippins is written across the front, trimmed in white. They also have the Pippins Apple logo on the bottom left. On the back, they have white numbers with the trim of the aforementioned dark green. Gray pants, dark green socks, and black caps with the Yakima Valley Pippins Apple logo prominently displayed on the front. Stinson comes on up here. First pitch to him is a breaking ball a little high and outside, 1-0. Stinson started the scoring yesterday for Cowlitz as he laced a ground ball to the second baseman. At the time was Mason Marenko, and today he's over at third, and he booted it somewhere off his leg and allowed 2 to come in to score. And that was the first 2. Then Henry Mensch with an RBI ground rule double, and Case Ogata with a 2-run single. So now Stinson fouls this one away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jacob, top hitter on the Black Bears, hitting .306 with 26 hits and 85 at-bats. He also has 8 extra base hits as he taps one over to the shortstop. Could be 2. Picked up by Marenko. Fires over to first after touching the bag. They got him. It's the 6 unassisted to 3 double play, and that'll erase the base runner for the Black Bears and send us to the top of the 2nd inning. It's a scoreless tie here. Black Bears nothing, Pippins nothing, and Yakima Valley coming to bat right here on KEDO and on YouTube. Top of the 2nd inning here. Still a scoreless tie. Miles Davis back out there as he struck out the first 3 Pippins that he saw today, all forward Ks, and now face off against the meat of their order. Noah Williamson, Mason Marenko, and Alex Shanks. That is 4, 5, and 6 for him. As the Pippins trying to be the first team in this ballgame to get a hit on the board, as Brock Mortensen was able to draw a walk, but was erased on a double play ball by Jacob Stinson. Williamson, a 19th round draft pick of the Miami Marlins this season. Having a great year with no surprise. He's hitting .272, 28 hits and 103 at-bats, 8 doubles, 4 triples, 6 home runs. That leads the league, and 26 runs batted in as Williamson takes a strike, 0-1. Black Bears have the best pitching staff in the West Coast League with a 3.12 league ERA, as the 0-1 is a big hack into miss by Williamson on the slider, 0-2. Black Bears also have the second best whip in the league at 1.30. They throw 62.4% of their pitches for strikes and strike out just under 9 batters per 9 innings and walk just under 4. So now Davis ahead in another count, 0-2. And he deals, and down and outside. Good eye by Williamson to see that one away. 1-2 coming on up to him. Williamson from Las Vegas, Nevada, 6'3", 220 pounds, big right-handed power bat with plenty of speed and can play center field as well. That's where he started the 2 games in this series. Good glove out there. And just by watching him yesterday, you could see why he was such a big prospect. That's the 1-2. He got him. Swing and a miss from Williamson. That is 4 consecutive strikeouts from Miles Davis to start the game. And there's one down here in the top of the second.
Number 24, Mason Marenko.
You'll hear a little bit more cheering for Davis as he has a few family members sitting down in front of us, and they happen to be right under our crowd mic, so that's perfect. We'll take all the cheers we can get. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. I'm saying stay frosty. I like it. I wish this wasn't Miles' last game. We like having him here. Burley sets it down and away to Mason Marenko, and that one misses. 1-1. Mason actually had the best game for the Pippins yesterday. He went 2 for 3 with a walk. The whole team as a whole only had 3 hits. He got on base 3 times against Kelly Austin. And Davis is 1-1. He is outside, caught by Burley near the left-hander's batter's box. 2 balls and a strike coming on up to him. Battle of the bright colors here today. Also, 2 of the top teams in the second half in the West Coast League, as the 2-1 is hit off the end of the batter, rather the handle, and popped up over the screen and out of play. So we'll even it up at 2-2. And the Black Bears finished the first half tied for 4th in the Southern Division with a record of 10-14, trying to turn it around and make a run at the title here to make the playoffs as Davis misses upstairs 3-2. It'll be a tough road, though. The standings are pretty tight, as Corvallis have gone off to a 6-1 start. Ridgefield are off to a 5-1 start, and Portland started off 2-2, as Bend are also 1-0, as Davis has the slider inside, grounded to short. Schwartz is there, fires high to first, but Shepard happens to be 6'6", so it's an easy catch for him, and he makes the play for the second out of the inning, the first non-strikeout of the game for the Pippins, as Alex Shanks will work his way up to the box. On the other end of the North Division, Yakima going to be in a bit of a battle. They're 2-2. That's what the Sweets are as well. Behind them are the Bellingham Bells at 4-6. Wenatchee are 1-5, and Port Angeles are 0-1. First pitch to the righty is grounded sharply and just foul on the left side. That could have been dangerous had it stayed fair. So Cowlitz gets a break to count 0-1. Shanks hitting .224, 17 hits and 76 at-bats. It's 5 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 12 runs batted in as he rolls over the next one. And that one definitely a foul ball. Sean Mulcair on his way to retrieve it. No balls and 2 strikes to Shanks. Shanks made a great catch in right field yesterday to steal an extra base hit away from one of the Black Bears, as the 0-2 is the slider, but started off the plate and then continued to carry, so Shanks able to watch that one the whole way, and we'll now have a 1-2 strike count. Bases clear with 2 down, scoreless tie. Neither team with a hit so far as Burley sets up inside. Davis delivers, and just off the black outside. He missed his spot, but nearly caught the plate. And now Deuces Wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Davis, next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Falls in the dirt, Burley fires down, and that'll do it. 2 more strikeouts for Davis. He has 5 in the first 2 innings as he sends him down again. A 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left to board. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless tie, and your Black Bears trying to make some noise right here on YouTube and KEDO. All right, bottom of the second inning here at David Story Field. Brock Mortensen to lead things off, followed by Henry Mensch and Queso Gata in the scoreless tie with the Yakima Valley Pippins. As Tyler Frieders got through inning number 1 with just 15 pitches, 10 strikes. He did walk a batter, but he got a pretty clutch double play. Spencer Marenko picked it up, touched second himself, and fired it over to Willie Lajoie to send him down for the final outs of the inning. With that, let's meet the Pippins defense today. Taylor Holder is in left field with Noah Williamson in center. Alex Shanks is playing right field. From first to third, we have Willie Lajoie, Alex Fernandez, Spencer Marenko, and Mason Marenko. Behind the plate is Brock Molenda. And on the mound is Tyler Frieders as Mortensen flares one foul on the left side. No balls and 1 strike to him. Mortensen hitting .241 as the left-hander from UC Santa Barbara takes one low, 1-1. He has 13 hits in 54 at-bats, 3 doubles, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in, on-base percentage of .339 and a slugging of .407. The Black Bears are hitting .226 as a team, including non-league games, with identical .318 on-base and slugging averages. And the 1-1. Breaking ball, Mortensen turned his hips, but not the bat. The pitch missed low, and field umpire John Pullen agrees with my assessment, so the count now 2 balls and a strike. Lefty, righty, righty do up against a right-handed pitcher. Black Bears have already thrown 3 left-handers at him, as the 2-1 is fouled straight into the ground by Mortensen. 2-2, or actually, I'm not 100% sure he got a piece of that one. To me, it sounded like he hit it in the ground, but no foul call there by Molenda. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the open stance lefty as Mortensen hits it off the barrel, but skids off the top into the LCC parking lot, so we'll do it all over again. The Black Bears scored just 4.3 runs a game, only 7.4 hits per contest, but hey, the first half is behind us. They started off 1-0 to this half and will look to keep going and put together a nice run at the playoffs as the 2-2 is also fouled to the left side, so making Frieders work after he coasted through that first inning. 6 pitches already in this plate appearance. And as usual, the wind is blowing in from left center, so should kill some of those high fly balls. Yakima do have a lot of power, so that could play in the Black Bears' advantage later. As the 2-2, Mortensen rips one on a line into shallow left. Coming on in is Holder, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Mortensen hit that one pretty well, but Holder able to come on in on it and send him away for the first down as Henry Mensch will pace his way into the batter's box.
Up now to number 9, Henry Mensch.
Henry Mensch had a 1 RBI ground rule double yesterday. Boosted his average up to .296. He has 21 hits and 71 at-bats, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs as he waves at the fastball outside, 0-1. Mensch also has 10 runs batted in, with a .383 on base and a .521 slugging percentage that leads the team. The 0-1 is a strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes to Mensch. Right-handed batter from the University of Portland. There's a lot of power. Again, with the 3 home runs for the Black Bears this season, that leads their squad. Now the 0-2. Upstairs at the letters. A good take by Mensch as Frieders tried to gas him up there. The upper 80s fastball. So now the base is empty in a 1-2 count. Still behind is Mensch. And Frieders delivers. He goes with the slider of his own, but bounced down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. And 2 strikes, my mistake. 1 out up on the board. And the next one from Frieders. Breaking ball, ooh, up and in. Almost hit Mensch, but he's able to flinch out of the way. Full count. And again, the wind coming in and makes it more difficult to hit the ball out here, despite some of the smaller dimensions that are happening here at David Story Field. There's the payoff pitch as Mensch rolls over at foul, hits it hard as Aaron Matthews flinches out of the way. And we'll keep it at 3-2. It's 306 feet down the left field line, 342 to left center with the short fence in the bullpen. 387 to dead center field. We got to hit it high to get it over the barn. And then down over on the right side, it is 326 as Mensch reaches down and outside. That was probably ball 4, but, you know, it was fairly close, so he was able to get the bat head on it and tip it away to keep him alive in the count. Yeah, sometimes 3-2 You're looking at anything close. You don't want to be caught looking on a tight one. So he does put the bat on the ball, and he lives to fight another pitch. Now another payoff. And it's fouled away again. Henry Mensch putting together a tough at-bat. Back-to-back strikes in there. And then 3 pitches off the plate, followed by 3 consecutive foul balls. So Frieders already has matched his pitch total from the last inning. He's up to 30 now, 20 for strikes. As another payoff. Mensch hits one hard on the ground, and Marenko's got it. No, and he boots it. Marenko had it, and then it tipped off the heel of his glove into right field. So yesterday it was Mason Marenko. Today it's Spencer Marenko with an error in the field. And now the Black Bears have another base runner, back-to-back innings, where they get their second man aboard. Here comes Case Ogata coming up to a pretty young thing by Michael Jackson. I would love if he would moonwalk up to the box. He's got to do that one day. His family's here. His mom, his dad, his sister, his niece. He showed off in front of them in yesterday's game and went 2 for 4 with a 2-run single. He's on a 3-game hitting streak. This Case takes an outside strike, 0-1. Ogata now up to 258 on the year. 16 hits, 62 at-bats, pair of doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 11 driven in, and a 310 on base with a 419 slugging percentage. Comes up with a man on first. There goes Mensch, and Ogata tips one back, so Mensch will have to go and retreat over towards, back to first base. Ogata, Utah Valley product. Big power bat, great personality, one of the nicest kids on this team. And also on a 2-game multi-hit game streak. As he, twists that one over into the Pippins dugout. He took that way inside fastball right off the handle of the bat and was so late on it that it went all the way over to the Pippins dugout on the opposite side. That's not easy to do there. So Ogata still behind 0-2. See if they send Mensch again, and they do not, as Ogata takes one just off the outside edge. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Case is another Black Bear. Got off to a little bit of a slow start to the season. Now starting to pick things up as we gear up to make a run in the second half. 1-2. Look out, up and in. And almost hit the face of his helmet. He doesn't have the jaw guard on, but was able to get out of the way as his family cheering for him over on the left side. We got to tell them to sit by the crowd mic too. Mensch about 9 feet off the bag, being held on by Lajoie. Fakes like he's going to go, and Frieders missed way upstairs. Off speed slipped out. Another payoff pitch coming from him, this time against Case Ogata. So full counts to 2 straight Black Bears, as Frieders now up to 37 pitches. And the 3-2. Hit in the air, a line drive to left center, and that's going to dunk in for a base hit. Mensch is going to round second, try for third. Here comes the throw. He slides, throws not in time. Now over to second. Another not in time throw. Heads up base running by Case Ogata. And he's going to get a base hit. Gets over to second on the throw. The Black Bears in business with Jacob Burley on the plate. 2 in scoring position and just 1 away. 4-game hitting streak today.
22, Jacob Burley.
Now for Case Ogata, he's red hot. So now it'll be up to Jacob Burley. He's got 3 ribbies on the year. 9 hits, 53 at-bats for a 170 average, a 250 on base, and a 189 slugging for the Brown University backstop. 2 on, 1 away. Base hit. Give the Black Bears the first lead of the game. First pitch to Burley is foul. Ooh, straight back. He was right on that one. 0-1. Burley's rocking the green compression sleeve with these fine new threads that the Black Bears are donning today. The bright orange alternate jerseys. A little bit lighter weight. Looks like more of a dry fit material. Will be better for some of these hotter days as we move further and further into late July. Now the 0-1 is skipped down and outside. Oh, what a block by Melenda. That saved the lead, or rather, that preserved the tie right there. Not the most mechanically sound dive, as wasn't able to get his body in front, but he stuck his hands way out and it tipped off his glove. And hey, whatever gets the job done. He got the slide down right, but The ball bounced a little bit farther ahead of him than he was anticipating. Ogata on second, Mensch over on third base. Here's the 1-1. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Burley taking the whole way, 1-2 with Jaden Shepard, the 8-hitter, win for his chance on deck. Mason Marenko, the third baseman, playing a little far in there, about even with the bag, which is essentially equivalent to playing on the grass here on a turf because of the way the ball goes. It's Burley, skies one to right. This should score a run. Over in the corner is Shanks by the line. He makes the grab, tagging his Mensch. Here comes the throw, and not nearly in time down the line. It's an RBI sac fly for Jacob Burley, and the Black Bears draw first blood. They lead it 1-0. And also on the play, Case Ogata advancing to third. Well, it took into the 7th yesterday for them to do it, and now today the Black Bears are able to put a run up here in the bottom of the second as Jaden Shepard will try to make it more. Shepard hitting 190, 15 for 79, 4 doubles, a home run, 10 runs batted in as, woo, he fouls one straight back. He's aiming for the bullpen out there. Count 0-1.
Cowlitz PUD, online at cowlitzpud.org, where you can also find Smart Hub.
A 281 on base and a 278 slugging for Shepard. A lot of power from Ohlone College. Ogata waits on third. Next offering to Shepard is a breaking ball below his knees, 1-1. Well, in the past couple of games, the Black Bears almost look like a whole new offense. A lot more confidence at the plate. Even though it took them a while to score yesterday, they had so many opportunities. So setting themselves up for success as the 1-1 fastball nails the outside edge, 1-2. So now 2 away, bottom of the second. Cowlitz 1, Yakima Valley nothing. Jaden Shepard looking to bring in Case Ogata. They set up upstairs, and Shepard turns one foul on the right side way deep, and that'll bounce off a roof of one of the Lower Columbia College buildings over there, so we'll do it all over again. Black Bears looking to hold on to that very early first place lead here in the South Division, 1-0 tied with Bend. Every other team has at least one more loss in that division as the 2-2 is again reversed the other way. A lot of spin, sinking, and that'll land adjacent to the bullpen of the Pippins and land foul yet again. So really making Frieder's work this inning. He's thrown 32 pitches as compared to just 15 in inning number 1. That's what you got to do, make the starter work, and especially a guy like Frieders, he's one of the best that the Pippins have. He's going with the high socks today. He is on the mound as he delivers the 1-2, spikes it, and that'll ricochet off the backstop. Here comes Ogata, he will score, and the Black Bears double their lead off the wild pitch. It's a 2-0 Cowlitz lead. Scoring them every way they can, a sac fly and a wild pitch. Now the base is clear, and some of the pressure off of Shepard with this 2-2 count.
This would be a great time for a collective, ooh. Good job.
Deuce is wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Black Bears lead it by 2. Next pitch, Shepard takes high and outside. Full count coming up to the big man first baseman. Beautiful evening here in Longview at David Story Field. Great Saturday night for baseball. 77 degrees and very sunny. Only a handful of clouds as the payoff pitch is grounded over to short. Marenko there. Picks it up on a shuffle, fires to first. Lajoie with the stretch, and they got him for the final out of the inning. But the Cowlitz Black Bears are able to score 2 runs on a 1 hit, 1 error. Do not leave anybody aboard. Let's go to the top of the 3rd inning, shall we? Cowlitz 2, Pippins nothing. Yakima Valley coming to bat right here on 99.1 FM, 1400 AM, KEDO, Longview, Kelso, and on YouTube.
Brock Melinda.
Brock Melinda to lead things off, a left-hander for Yakima Valley. It's going to be 7-8-9 as Davis has been superb out there. First pitch from him is low for a ball, though, 1-0. Through 2 innings, Davis has only thrown now, well, before this first pitch, he threw 27. 5 strikeouts, no hits, no walks, only faced 6 batters. It's going to be Melinda, Holder, and Spencer Marenko. 7-8-9 for Yakima Valley as the slider is flared in the air to shallow left, running over Schwartz, and he makes the grab on the light pop-up to put him down for out number 1. And how about the defense for the Black Bears, too? Kelly Austin yesterday, when I was interviewing him after the game for the
love how fired up you are right now. All right, number 11.
Daily News post-game show, he said that, listen, I can't have that great start without the great defense behind me, and that's certainly what the Black Bears have, especially with this set that they have in the infield right now. Now the first one to Holder, slider, strike on the outside, 0-1. Yeah, Brock Bozette, Matthew Schwartz, Riku Nishida, Jaden Shepard. Tough to find a finer infield quartet than that. Holder falls behind in the count, 0-1. So he's hitting .213 this season. Another swing and a miss. Right on top of the slider, 0-2. Holder also with a home run, 5 runs batted in, a pair of doubles, 9 runs scored. He has 16 strikeouts this season, and Davis trying to make it 17. Bases empty with 1 down. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. He deals. And trying to get him to swing at another one off speed, but not fooled that time. Blocked by Burley. And we'll work on a 1-2 count now to the right-handed hitter Holder. In yesterday's game, Taylor did not make an appearance. First time against the Black Bears in 2021 as the 1-2 flared in the air to shallow center. Mortensen, though, comes in on it, and he's got it for the second out of the inning. Couple of quick outs for Davis as Spencer Marenko will come on up. Spencer hitting .231, 12 hits, 52 at-bats, 8 runs scored, 4 doubles, no homers or triples, and 3 runs batted in. He has 26 strikeouts to 10 walks for him, so the double-digit walks something to look out for. Smarenko gets to play side-by-side with his brother in the infield. Belts one, but foul on the right side, hooks away. 0-1 the count. Cowlitz lead it 2-0 here. The strength of a Jacob Burley sac fly, and Queso got a scoring on a wild pitch. And the 0-1. There's a strike on the outside. Goes again to something with a little movement. 0-2. Top 3, 2 down, bases empty. 0-2 from Davis, looking for his first strikeout this inning. And he deals. Swing and a miss. They got him. Miles Davis has retired 9 in a row, 6 on strikes, as he has another 1-2-3 here in the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left to board. Let's go to the bottom of the third. Cowlitz 2, Yakima nothing, and your Black Bears coming to bat right here on YouTube and KEDO. Bottom 3 here, Schwartz, and then the top of the Black Bears order, so then Nishida and Bozette. Gets another inning from Tyler Frieders, who needed 35 to get out of the last inning. He allowed 2 runs on just 1 hit. His control still right there, 66% of his pitches for strikes thus far. Now let's see if the Black Bears can add a few more hits against him. Schwartz now. Black Bears shortstop, right-hander, takes the first pitch high, 1-0. Matthew Schwartz this year, great option at the bottom of the order, hitting .261, 23 for 88, couple of doubles, and 7 runs batted in as he takes one in tight, 2-0. Schwartz also leads the team with 19 singles. It's a reliable guy that knows how to get on base. He also has 8 walks to bring his on base to 340. Now the 2-0 is a strike fastball right down the heart of the plate, 2-1. Cowlitz in the last inning is able to manufacture a couple runs, reached on an error, and then Ogata with some heads-up base running, able to turn a single into advancing to second off the throw to third base. And that set the Black Bears up for success because if he had not gotten over to second base, Ogata couldn't score on the wild pitch. So smart baseball being played here. David Story is now a 3-1 to Schwartz, is right on the outside corner, 3-2. A lot of full counts from Frieder so far early on in this evening, making him work hard as the next payoff is swung on and hit on one hop and past Fernandez into center for a base hit. Matthew Schwartz with a little line drive single. That's the second hit of the ball game for the Black Bears as they turn it over for Riku Nishida.
Up now is number 5, Riku Nishida.
Nishida 0 for 1 with a pop out to shallow left over by the foul line.
Japan.
Taylor Holder really had to hustle in and made it an excellent catch to steal a hit away from him. Schwartz with some speed over there. Nishida hits one high in the air and foul on the left side, 0-1. As a team, the Black Bears 45 for 53 stolen base attempts. It's 85%. And Schwartz personally is 2 for 3. Lefty against the righty, Frieders. And Nishida squares around a bunt. It's a good one, and he'll 3-hop over back to Frieders. He's got one option, and that's over to first base. And he completes the play, but the sacrifice bunt gets the job done. Back-to-back games with sacked bunts Nishida has. As Brock Bozette steps on up with the runner on second and just 1 away. Brock still leads the team with 18 runs batted in. He's 0 for 0 with a walk in today's game. And is hitting .273 with runners in scoring position. So trying to keep Schwartz close at second. First pitch, Bozette lines one. That'll land in center field for a base hit. Williamson picks it up on a hop, and they're going to send home Schwartz. Here comes the throw. They let it through. Not in time. It's an RBI single for Brock Bozette. Schwartz scoring all the way from second, and the Black Bears extend the lead now. It's a 3-0 ball game. Bozette now with a team-leading 19 RBI as Cowlitz scoring back-to-back innings.
Right up now is number 18, Jacob Stinson.
And he's not done yet. Here's Jacob Stinson up with 1 out and Bozette on first base. Already 10 feet off the bag. And there he goes for second. Stinson squares around a bunt. Here's the throw, the slide, and he's in there. Bozette able to swipe it back. The pitch, a ball, and once again, the Black Bears set up to score again. Stinson grounded into a double play. It would be difficult for him to do it now with no force at second. The name of the game today has been great base running for Cowlitz. First Ogata, then Schwartz, and now we got Bozette over on second. It's the 1-0. And this is grounded sharply. That'll advance the runner. Fernandez picks it up, throws a little high to first, but Lajoie right there and sends him down. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the third. But the Black Bears have another runner just 90 feet from home for Brock Mortensen.
Up now, number 27, Brock Mortensen.
Brock is 0 for 1. He lined out to the left fielder. Sinking line drive. It looked like it was going to drop in, but again, Taylor Holder has played a great game out there for Yakima. So good defense on both sides of the ball today. Or rather, both sides of the field. As the first one to left-hander is cut on a miss. Change there. Count 0-1. And Mortensen saw that one start right above his knees and then dip down. Couldn't have the bat head catch up to it. And now the 0-1 delivery to him is down and inside. A good take. Evens it at 1-1. Coming into the game, he's hitting .241, but we know that he's just ready to erupt at nearly any time. At 15 home runs at UC Santa Barbara this year and hit .296. Next one to him is golfed in the air to shallow center field. A little bit of a Bermuda triangle forming, but Fernandez is able to hustle back and make the grab for the final out of the inning. But the Black Bears are able to strike again. They score 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and leave 1 man on board. Let's go to the top of the 4th inning. Cowlitz 3, Yakima nothing, and the Pippins coming to bat. You are tuned in to Cowlitz Black Bears baseball right here on YouTube and KEDO. Top of the 4th inning, Cowlitz 3, Yakima nothing. Alex Fernandez, Willie Lajoie, and Blake Dickman are all due up. They all struck out back in the 1st inning as Davis has retired the first 9 he's seen in a row. Fernandez, one of just 2 left-handers in the order today. The first pitch to him is just below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Davis only 36 pitches through those first 3. Comes back up with a little bit more of a cushion. 3-0 lead after the Brock Bozette RBI single. Next offering, there's a fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. Davis doesn't really throw his best pitch as often to lefties as it breaks in on him. They have more time to see it, but he still is more than capable of surviving on just that fastball changeup. As the 1-1, ooh, look out inside. Fernandez able to dance out of the way though. And avoids getting hit with the ball, 2-1. So far, so good. The Black Bears have not allowed the Pippins to score in 12 innings since the Pippins first arrived here yesterday. 2-1. Popped up high in the air. Shallow infield. Davis calls everybody off and makes the catch. He's even doing it himself now in the field. Puts him down for out number 1. Here comes Willie Lajoie. Lajoie 0 for 1. He struck out swinging on a slider. Oh, that's a mouthful. Say that 5 times fast.
Up down number 27, Willie Lajoie.
Right-hander with some pops. Made some nice stretches at first. First pitch is a slider. Front doors him and nabs that inside corner, 0-1. Backbone of this Black Bears team is their pitching staff, and they have not let them down in these first 2 games as Lajoie hacks at the next slider. This time down and outside, falls behind 0-2. Top 4, 1 down, bases clear, 3-0 Black Bears lead. As Davis gets ready to go, Jacob Briley sits him down and away. Next offering, he got him, another swing and a miss. Miles Davis, 7 strikeouts now in 4 innings, or not even 4, in 3 2/3. So far, carving up the Pippins as Blake Dickman steps in. So Dickman taking some time to collect his thoughts here against Davis. He struck out the last time. That slider is just so hard to lay off of. I remember the first time we saw him throw that back in very early June against Walla Walla. Me, the coaching staff, everybody else here at David Story Field is like, wow, that is a truly special pitch, and it's been red hot for him today as he got another swing and miss from Dickman, 0-1. And why not keep going to it? There he goes again, and another cut and miss. So now Dickman behind 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, top 4. Dickman takes an extra second, grabs a little extra pine tar. See if Davis mixes it up now. And he deals. No, 3 straight sliders. Miles Davis, another strikeout, back-to-back to conclude the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. He's up to 8 Ks now, to 12 batters faced, and let's see if the offense can keep the momentum going. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Cowlitz lead over Yakima, and the Black Bears coming up to bat right here on YouTube and KEDO. Bottom of the fourth inning, and the Black Bears bats have been able to match the sheer amazingness that, I mean, definitely better words, but hey, that's what came to mind of Miles Davis. I'm just floored by his performance so far. 8 Ks in 4 innings, as it's going to be Mensch, Ogata, Burley for the Black Bears. Mensch and Ogata with the first 2 run scorers for the team, and helped down that 2-run second. So let's see if they can get a little bit more against Tyler Frieders, who is working on his 4th inning of work. First pitch to Henry is dribbled away on the left side, 0-1. Mensch is 0-for-1, reached on an error. And on some good base running, got to third base on a single by Ogata. And scored on a sac fly over to right field. And the 0-1 now. Ayers a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. Now we're talking about it concluding the first half, headed into this half. The Black Bears, don't want to sleep on them. They're a talented offensive team. They've hit into a lot of bad luck, and that just simply can't happen average-wise. So you'd think throughout the course of an entire 48-game regular season, and then plus some non-league games in there. And right now we're seeing that they have 8 runs in their last 2 games, looking for more. 0-2. Mensch barrels one up into center. That'll drop in for a base hit. 4 hits for Cowlitz now in 4 innings. So Henry with his first of the contest, as Case Ogata will come on up for the second time. He already has a 4-game hitting streak, now looking to make it 3 in a row with a multi-hit game.
Up now is number 25.
Before the game, he asked me, he's like, hey, should I change my walk-up song? I said, absolutely not. If you do, it's got to be another Michael Jackson, because it just fits his personality so well. The upbeat synthesizer lyrics as well, as Ogata takes one up and in, 1-0. Case from Eagle, Idaho, though his family, I believe, are in Boise now. Came on over here, took the 6-hour drive. The 1-0 to him is grounded over to second, could be 2. Fernandez shovels to short for 1, back over to first. It's a double play, the 4-6-3. And a nice series of defensive plays right there for Yakima. Put 2 down for Jacob Burley.
Up now is number 22, Jacob Burley.
Burley with the first RBI of the contest. Sacrifice fly. Helping contribute to the offense, and now we'll look for a 2-out hit. First one to him. Popped up, and that'll leave the field of play 0-1. Burley still looking to get his bat hot, but excellent catcher, calls a great game behind the plate. It's been one of the reasons why this pitching staff has been so successful this year, has been his game calling. He knows the strengths and weaknesses of all his pitchers. That goes a long way. As he falls behind 0-2. You even see it in the major league. Some of the best pitchers in baseball, they just do better with certain catchers. As now the 0-2 is a breaking ball down and away. And a 1-2 count coming up to Burley. Good eye for him. Counts with a 3-0 lead. They scored in back-to-back innings into the second and third, and now been on the ropes. Might not be able to do it this time around. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball. Burley laces one into deep left field. Maybe he proves me wrong, but Holzer is there to make the grab as the wind held that one in. But Burley has barreled a couple up today, and one of them is bound to drop sooner or later. So Jacob Burley flies out to end it, and that'll wrap up the fourth. No runs on one hit, no errors, and nobody left to board. Top of the fifth coming up. Black Bears 3, Pippins nothing, and Yakima Valley due up to the plate. We will turn it on over to the top of the fifth right after this on KEDO and on YouTube. Cowlitz Black Bears going their own way in this game to a 3-0 lead up on the Yakima Valley Pippins. Noah Williamson, Mason Marenko, and Alex Shanks due up. That is 4, 5, and 6 as Davis has struck out 8 Pippins through the first 4 innings of work. Most of them on his wipeout slider, his signature pitch.
Okay, yes, sir,
as he's looking great today with Jacob Burley behind the plate, and see if he can keep it going here in the top of the 5th inning.
Double letters. The only word is bookkeeper. Whoa, I got a big false over here. Well, it is actually correct, so sorry about your bad luck.
All right, so Davis trotting back out there, and he's good to go. 12 Pippins have come up into the box, and none of them have reached first base so far. Williamson among them as he struck out in his first trip, and I think all 8 strikeouts are swinging. And I would be incorrect. There was one looking strikeout as the first offering is a ball, 1-0. Who struck out looking? Let's find out. Here for Yakima. Actually, no, none of them were looking. There was one that was a drop third strike as Davis able to pick one up on the outside corner now, 1-1. He's been setting it up beautifully with the fastball. The changeup he'll mix in against the lefties, but it's been all about that slider. And the Pippins have yet to adjust. Now the 1-1 is down and outside. 2 balls and a strike to Noah Williamson, who has a decision on his hands. The Marlins drafted him, but also an offer from University of Oregon. I mean, you can't really go wrong between those 2 picks. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Another biting slider with the bottom falling right out of it. It evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it's about that time again here at David Story Field. Some of the shadows starting to filter in, covering all of left field and shortstop, and even a little more at second base. Rika Nishida catching some shade. As the 2-2, he got him, swing and a miss. 9 strikeouts for Miles Davis and 4 1/3 innings, matching Kelly Austin's total from yesterday. There's 1 down. So Mason Marenko comes on up. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to Matthew Schwartz. First pitch is grounded over to third. Bozette picks it up, keeps his momentum, throws to first, and retires him. Jaden Shepard gets down for the low throw, and there's now 2 quick outs here in the top of the 5th inning with Alex Shanks coming on up. Shanks is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging as well.
Up there, number 5, Alex Shanks.
Shanks again with some pop. Good outfielder. takes one inside, a fastball, 1-0. Cowlitz 1-0, sit atop the South Division here in the second half and playing like a first-place team so far today with this 3-0 lead against a really good squad. Another slider, this time at the knees for a strike, 1-1. A few other games going on in the West Coast League, and we'll give you a quick trip around it after the next pitch. As Davis's 1-1 is upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. The Walla Walla Sweets are leading the Port Angeles Lefties in the bottom of the third. That's in Port Angeles by a score of 3-1. Bend lead the Bellingham Bells 1-0 at Vince Guenna Stadium in the bottom of the fourth. And Corvallis trail Portland at home as this is grounded foul down the third base side, 2-2. Again, Corvallis trailing 1-0 at Goss Stadium to the Pickles. That's in the bottom of the third inning. So if the Pickles can hang on, that's a big game for the Black Bears to keep an eye on. So they can gain another game on Corvallis. It's a 2-2, and off the handle of the bat, trying to front door him with the slider that time, but did not quite get the spin he was looking for as Shanks was able to catch up to it. But maybe trying to get him looking inside and now try to drop something on the outside corner. That is where Burley sets up as Davis deals. Hitting the air high and deep to left. Mensch, though, is right under it, hustles in, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. Another 1-2-3, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We are halfway through at David Story Field. Your Black Bears lead at 3-0, and will come right back to bat after this on YouTube and KEDO. Bottom 5, Shepard, Schwartz, Nishida as the Black Bears lead at 3-0 in the bottom of the fifth. Tyler Frieder's back out there. He's at 74 pitches, so assumingly there will be some action in the Pippins bullpen at some point. So he's getting kind of up there. Let's check out what Frieders has done this year. The longest, well, he does have 2 7-inning starts in there. One against Walla Walla, one against Bend. So back-to-back on June 26th and July 3rd, and then most recently against Bellingham, he had 5 innings of shutout baseball. As Shepard 0 for 1 with the ground out, takes the first pitch, a breaking ball high and tight, 1-0. Frieder's the best starting pitcher this team's got. That 2.42 ERA, 33 strikeouts here, very impressive line for him so far this year. He's given up 3 through 4 plus so far, but only on 4 hits as that one missed down and outside, 2-0. And now the right-hander against the 6'6" power bat. Kicks, delivers, and Shepard gets under it and hits it foul over on the right side. 2 balls and 1 strike. Getting the bats starting to back up the great pitching staff of the Black Bears in these last 2 games. You love to see it if you're a Black Bears fan. They have been a little frustrating to watch at the plate. Not because they're not hitting the ball, but it's where they've hit it. It's often right at defenders. But now they're starting to find some holes here with 4 hits in their first 5 innings at the plate. And Shepard takes one in, 3-1. Jaden also a guy that can work himself a walk now and again despite his massive strike zone as 3-1 is tattooed in the air. But again, going to drift foul on the right side. Full count 3-2 as now a right-hander starting to get busy in the pen for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Pippins came into this game with a pitching staff a little more on the lower end as it team, their ERA of 4.47, was 8th in the league as Shepard works himself a walk off an inside pitch. And Matthew Schwartz coming back up. The batting average against of 259 was 9th. Slugging of 374 was 9th, and their whip was 9th at 1.54, so the Black Bears taking advantage. Although Tyler Frieders bucks all those trends, and they've still been able to get hits off him. Shepard now with a nice lead off the bag at first. And Schwartz 1 for 1. They send Shepard. The pitch is high. Here comes the throw. Jaden slides in. He's in there. So Jaden Shepard attempted to steal yesterday, but was called out on batter's interference. And now he will get that stolen base back from yesterday. So he's now 3 for 3 as Schwartz took a ball upstairs, 1-0. Yeah, don't let his size fool you. Shepard can really run. And hey, he can slide that much earlier with the 6'6" frame and his wingspan. So now Schwartz with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Punched the single right up the middle as last time. The 1-0 is on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to Schwartz.
Is 6'6". Oof.
Fernandez holding Shepard on now, gliding back over to his position. Takes a half step back over to the bag as the 1-1 comes on in. Curveball, great pitch by Frieders. Paints that inside corner 1-2. Frieders has some good stuff in there. That curveball, when he's been front dooring it against the right-handed batters, has collected him some strikes, but he's been missing down and away, starting that pitch a little too far low. So now a 1-2 after he looks at Shepard. He delivers, and Schwartz tags one in the air, but foul. Again on the right side. That's the place to sit today, on the right end. A lot of souvenirs for the young fans. Usually it's the bleachers out and left, but today, with all the righties on both, on both teams, that's where a lot of them have been landed. Frieders readies himself for the 1-2. He fires and spikes it downstairs. Good block by Melenda. He's been a bit busy behind the plate today, but able to keep a lot of Frieders' pitches in front of him. That'll keep Shepard over there at second base. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 1 left for the Black Bears. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left for Yakima Valley here through the first 5 innings. And the 2-2. Down and away, gets away from Melenda, and Shepard hopped off a little far, but then gets back to the bag without a throw, so he's all right there. We'll have another payoff pitch. Frieders has found himself in a lot of full counts today. He's been in 10 of them and thrown 8 strikes in those. The payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Schwartz waves right through that one, so now that's 9 strikes and 11 tries in full counts for Frieders, as Tyler, the starter for Yakima Valley, picks up his first strikeout of the evening. And we'll pass the baton over to Riku Nishida, who's 0 for 1 with a flyout and a sacrifice bunt. Nishida stands at 5'2" for Cowlitz. Or 5'2", 5'6", not 5'2", 145 pounds. First one to him is down and in, 1-0 off the breaking ball. And Nishida, though, don't, again, like Shepard with his speed, don't let his size fool you. Same thing with Nishida and his pop. He can really hit that ball a long way. Tries, though, to be a high contact guy. And, hey, that helped him at 415 at Mount Hood this year. That was 3rd in the NWAC. As he was able to quickly jump out of the way of the low fastball inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Nishida. A hitter's count and a hitter's situation, with Shepard waiting on second base. A couple of rhythm practice acts for him before the toe taps, and he's ready to go. Next pitch is down and outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Riku. Nishida, great leadoff man for this team. Ton of speed. We saw that tool in the sacrifice bunt earlier, and it's great at moving guys over. A menace on the base paths as well. As the 3-0, get me over pitch does its job and nails that outside corner, 3-1. Yakima Valley came into this game 7-11, 2-2 in the second half. But they've been struggling to hit a little bit as of late. Counting yesterday's game, they've been shut out in 2 of their last 3. As Nishida pops one up on the right side. Over to right field, hustling over Shanks near the line, and he'll make the grab. Shepard fakes like he's going to go, just draws the throw. As Riku is down for the second out of the inning. And here comes Brock Bozette, who's 1 for 1 with a walk and a RBI single.
Up now, Brock Bozette.
Yakima Valley, who averaged just under 6 runs per game, haven't scored that many since July 7th. They scored 3 against Bellingham after, none against the Bells, and then 4. And then none yesterday, as now a quick meeting on the mound between Kelly Fitzpatrick and Tyler Frieders. Is 2 down the bottom of the 5th. He's thrown 92 pitches.
When he was sworn in as an American citizen.
Right-hander stopped warming, but it probably just means he's ready to go.
Sworn in as an American citizen, yes or yes?
And we'll take another quick trip around the West Coast League right now during this meeting. As Walla Walla and Port Angeles, their score has held in the top of the 5th. Sweets 3, Lefties 1 at Civic Field. Bend with 1, Bellingham with nothing at Vince Guenna in the bottom of the 4th. And Portland now have doubled their lead. It's 2-0 against Corvallis at the top of the 4th at Goss Stadium. So again, keeping a close eye on the Bend and Corvallis contest.
Very important.
Hey, I know it's early in the second half, but every game counts. There's only 24 second half games. So these teams trying to make a push for the playoffs. Yakima Valley already have made the playoffs after winning the North Division. Bozette takes one down and outside from Frieders, 1-0. And for the South Division, Corvallis clinched it. And it's going to be a big fight because the South Division, very talented. Bend started getting hot at the end of the season. Ridgefield have the best offense in the league, and Portland have an excellent pitching staff that can pretty much go inning for inning with the Black Bears as Bozette laces one high and deep into left center. That's going to drop in for extra bases. Shepard will score easily. Here goes Bozette to second base, and another RBI for Brock Bozette. He now has 20 this season, and he extends the Black Bear lead. It's now 4-0. And the hard-hitting third baseman for Cowlitz continues to prove why he's been this team's position player MVP so far this year.
All right, up to bat now.
When they need a hit, he's got it. When they need to play in the field, he's got it. He's a great base runner as well, as Jacob Stinson's up now. He's 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. Spencer Marenko shadowing Bozette before returning to his regular shortstop spot as the ball is dropped by Melenda. Pitch the ball as Bozette scurried over and then right back to the second base bag, 1-0. So 4 runs on 5 hits today for the Black Bears. As they are now 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position today, both of them off the bat of Bozette, as Stinson takes a strike down and in, 1-1. Cowlitz looking to win 2 games in a row for the first time since June 30th to July 1st against Walla Walla. That was over at Burlesque Stadium on the road. Pair of hot ones as well as the 1-1 high chopper and caught in the air by the first baseman, Lejoie, who steps on the bag and retires his man for the final out of the inning with the Cowlitz Black Bears. They're able to do it again. They score 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and 1 left aboard. Top of the 6th coming back up. Miles Davis heads back to the mound as the Black Bears look to protect their lead here. The Pippins coming to bat right here on YouTube and KEDO. Melinda, Holder, Marenko due up for the Pippins as the Black Bears lead it 4-0 in the top of the 6th inning. Melinda 0 for 1 with a line out to Henry Mensch, or rather to Matthew Schwartz in shallow left. It was a soft one. Schwartz was able to backpedal and make the play. Melinda, left-hander. The first pitch is downstairs and away, 1-0. Davis, only at 59 pitches, has 9 strikeouts. As the right-hander is 1-0, caught on a miss on that inside changeup, 1-1. Yeah, so he doesn't go with the slider against the lefties, but that changeup has pretty much the same exact effect. So now settles back in. Melinda with an open stance. The 1-1 is below the knees. 2 balls and a strike for him. Brock Melinda wearing the number 28 catcher, 6'2", 180 pounds from Colbert, Washington. Here's the 2-1. Another swing and a miss on the change, 2-2. Davis able to battle right back in here. On deck is Taylor Holder, who's played a spectacular game out there and left so far today. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no down. Base is empty, just starting the top of the 6th as he delivers. He got him, swing and a miss. Miles Davis in double digits in strikeouts today on that that outside slider. Puts him down for out number 1.
Up now is number 11, Taylor Holder.
Taylor Holder 0 for 1 with the fly out to center. Sees that one down and outside, 1-0. Miles, the most strikeouts he's had in a game was 8 against Walla Walla on June 29th. That was for the Black Bears. As he gets a swing and a miss on, you guessed it, the slider, 1-1. And at Feather River this year, the most he struck out in a game was 9, and that came against Siskiyous. 6 innings. Picked up the win there. As this is aired out over into right field. Stinson hustling in. Nishida also joins him, but Stinson's got it. Calls him off and makes the grab for out number 2 near the line. Some more good defense for the Black Bears as definitely was in danger of falling in. And now Spencer Marenko.
Spencer Marenko
will come on up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So Davis has sent a year high this year for strikeouts for him with those 10. He had 39 and 37 innings last spring as Marenko swings right at that one, 0-1. Two away. Davis from the extreme first base side of the rubber trying to drop in a curve but missed high, 1 ball and 1 strike. He's having himself a tremendous game today with those 10 Ks as only faced 17 batters. 1-1. Got the check swing. Did he go? They're not going to appeal. So that bat head was definitely behind the plane of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Davis. Yeah, as well as Miles Davis's pitch, the offense has been right there to back him up. They've scored in 3 different innings. Bozette with 2 runs batted in as the slider hits the outside corner now, 2-2. So let's see what he goes with here against Marenko. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Davis with the long look in. They set up away. He deals, and it's low and outside. A full count now to the shortstop for Yakima Valley. So left that one a little bit low. Had it been higher, he probably would have got the swing he was looking for. And Davis's payoff. Strike 3! He got him looking! The slider started high, crossed the plate at the belt. Miles Davis with 11 strikeouts through 6 innings sends the defense back to the dugout and back on offense as there's no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left to board. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th inning. 4 for the Black Bears, none for the Pippins as Yakima Valley come to bat, or rather the Black Bears come to bat. Woo! Mixed up a little bit right here on KEDO and on YouTube. Bottom of the 6th inning. Cowlitz 4, Pippins nothing as Yakima Valley go into a new arm here. Right-hander from Newcastle, Washington, and the University of Washington, 6'5", 210 pounds. That's Payson Sweeney. He's made 2 appearances, allowed 1 run on 1 hit, or 2 hits overall, 2 walks, 5 Ks. And he'll appear in a game for the first time since July 10th against Bellingham, where he went 2 scoreless, allowing 1 hit and 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. So that'll be it for Frieders today. And Tyler had a nice start out there. Frieders went 5 innings, allowing 4 runs, but just 2 earned on 5 hits, 2 walks. Only struck out the 1 batter, though. On 97 pitches, he threw 61 for strikes. That's 62.9% for him. So Frieders will hand the ball over to another right-hander, an even taller one at that. As he'll try to get around Brock Mortensen, Henry Mensch, and Case Ogata. We'll look to extend this Cowlitz 4-0 lead. A quick throw down to second. As the lights come on here at David Story, the sun is still doing its job. And, even when the sun goes down, I'm sure the jerseys that both teams are wearing today, both very luminous, will keep everything nice and bright out on the field.
All right, up now is number 27, Brock Mortensen.
Mortensen 0 for 2, line out and a fly out. Left-handed batter. First pitch to him is outside with the fastball, 1-0. A whip of just 1.33 for Payson Sweeney this season. As he rocks, takes a big leg kick, fires, and this is hit in the air to left field, but Holder, as he's been all game, is right there to make the grab and sends Brock down for the first out of the bottom of the 6th inning. And Sweeney going to be a freshman at the University of Washington. And is ranked the number 24 prospect. As Henry Mensch is hit in on the hand, and he's going to walk that one off. That one doesn't tickle there, as Mensch kind of favoring it a little bit, walking himself down the line. I hope that he's all right. Hit him not on the wrist, it looks like, just over there on the forearm. Is the trainer going to go look at him over there? And now the whole Black Bears coaching staff, save Shea McCarroll, now is joining, going out to take a quick look. So with Payson Sweeney, he went to Liberty High School. He just graduated. And he was ranked the number 24 prospect by Baseball Northwest class of 2021 for the state of Washington. So definitely a talented right-handed pitcher. Also plays a little bit of third base in there as well. Has a fastball that sits in the upper 80s, 87 to 89, as thankfully Henry Mensch is okay, and he'll go on over to first base. So still looking in at his forearm, but glad that he's all right. Certainly a valuable piece, so he'd hate to see any Black Bear go down. As there's now a man on for Case Ogata, who's 1 for 2. And also with Sweeney, he has a curveball that goes in at 72 miles an hour and a change at 81 to 83, all according to this Northwest scouting report. And Ogata cranks one high and deep to left, but that's going to hook foul and bounce on a hop. And oh, what a play made by a fan there in that picnic area.
Another sponsor of today's game is Hamer Electric.
The great defense is not limited to the confines of the field today, it would seem. So Ogata, again, when he hits that ball, he certainly hits it hard. 0-1 with the man on first. Mensch with some speed. Sweeney looks over, delivers, and misses wildly outside. Mensch is going to get to second on the wild pitch. And Ogata now ahead in the count, 2-1. Or my mistake, just 1-1. I had already punched in the walk for that. Well, while we're waiting for the next pitch, why don't you get on your phone real fast, unless you're driving, of course, and follow the Cowlitz Black Bears on one of these social media platforms. Facebook, hit that like button on the Cowlitz Black Bears Facebook page. On Instagram, you can follow them at Cowlitz Black Bears, and on Twitter, at Cowlitz B Bears. as Ogata fouls one on the left side again. We've now added almost essentially real-time video highlights. There's really nothing that Justin Ford, our TV producer, can't do. Every day, new surprise, as we got Miles Davis's 11th strikeout on there, so you can catch that, as well as score updates and lineup graphics right there on the Twitter page. 1-2, and Ogata waves at and misses on the curve and sent down swinging for the second out. That's a nice pitch there by Payson Sweeney, as Jacob Burley works his way up. He's 0 for 1 with a couple of flyouts, so one of them of the sacrifice variety. And help bring in the first run of the contest back in the second. Another runner in scoring position. First pitch to Burley is a fastball strike. A great spot from the right-hander that time, 0-1. 4 for the Black Bears, nothing for the Pippins here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cal scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and 1 in the 5th. Yesterday they waited until the 7th, and they scored all 5 there. 0-1, curve down and away, 1-1. Yakima already with another right-hander getting, at the very least, stretched out. So he's starting to play catch. Kyle Crustangle trying to piece things together over the final 4. 1-1. 2-1 outside in the right, or rather the left-hander's batter's box. That's over on the right side if you are where we are, situated right behind home plate. These two teams will be back at it tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. right here at David Story Field for the final game of this 3-game series and the third game of the 6-game homestand. You can get tickets to that at CowlittsBlackBears.com as the 2-1 is pinballed off the ground and then off of Burley. And back to the ground again, as yes, that is the way gravity works. Evens the count up at 2-2. Of course, you can also tune into those games on KEDO, KEDOAM.com, and on YouTube as well. Also check out the YouTube page for some bonus video content, your Cowlitz Black Bears post-game shows brought to you by the Daily News, and of course our On the Road with the Black Bears series, which will resume pretty soon, sometime next week. Black Bears going a bit of a road trip. Now the 2-2, caught on a miss, strike 3, and Burley is down on strikes. That is quite the biting. I believe that's got to be a slider, not a curveball there from him, as he sends Burley down for the final out of the inning. No runs, and no hits, 1 hit batter. No errors, 1 left aboard. Let's go to the top of the 7th. The Black Bears 4, Pippins nothing. Yakima Valley coming to bat right here on YouTube and KEDO. Top 7 and the top of the Pippins order coming up against Davis again. Black Bears with 4, Pippins with nothing here. Miles has struck out 11 through 6+ now as he's back on the mound. He's thrown 72 pitches, 48 for strikes. That's exactly 66.7% for him. So he's having himself an awesome game out there on the mound, and will look to keep it going against a part of the order he has had plenty of success against. We'll take another quick dive into it. They are combined 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts against Davis. Fernandez has struck out and popped out right back to him. So Davis looks on in and is ready to go, as is Fernandez. Lefty against the righty. First pitch is a check swing, foul, and will land, just next to the Black Bears on deck circle. Another first pitch strike for Davis, 0-1. Establishes the fastballs against the lefties and then works in that change and maybe a slider if there's 2 strikes. 0-1. Fastball, well, he hit his spot, but the spot was located off the plate, 1-1. It just seems like Davis is throwing a little bit harder today. He's got a little more bite on that slider. 1-1. And it's hit in the air to center field. Mortensen goes back on it, on his heels. Now comes back in and makes the catch for out number 1. 1 batter, 1 out here in the top of the 7th, and Willie Lajoie to the plate. He's 0 for 2.
Willie Lajoie.
And if you're just joining us here on YouTube and KEDO, we're in the top of the 7th with 1 down. Black Bears 4, Pippins nothing. And Lajoie 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts to the plate. First one from Davis. Goes with the slider, dips down 1-0. Pippins with no runs, no hits, 1 error, none left. The Black Bears 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 3 left. And Davis is 1-0. There's a fastball strike, 1-1. He's got some pinpoint command out there today. All 3 of his pitches clicking. 1-1. Slider, a little too high, 2-1. Tried to front door and drop it right towards the belt of Lajoie, but was able to watch that one the whole way. Doesn't have a lot of vertical motion on that. 2-1. Slider on the corner, 2-2. Davis executing. How about Jacob Burley behind the plate, too? They just seem to be in complete sync today. Now the 2-2 pitch. He deals and misses outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So he had the slider there. Maybe goes back to the fastball. That's been his big-time strike pitch. Payoff. And low, ball 4. Miles Davis with 1 out in the top of the 7th has just allowed his first base runner of the game. So Davis had been perfect through 6 and a third. He has now taken a perfect game, the farthest out of any Black Bear this season, as Kelly Austin did so against the Portland Pickles, 2 outs into the 6th, and now 1 in the 7th for Davis. First pitch, down and away to Dickman, 1-0, who has struck out twice. A good eye that time by Lajoie. Wasn't fooled by those sliders that started a little bit low for Davis. And now he has worked a walk. Again, first base runner for the Pippins. As Davis looks in, delivers the 1-0. Fastball is high, 2-0. As now a couple of arms starting to stretch out in the Cowlitz bullpen. Very shallow leadoff first for Lajoie. Only about 6 feet off. It's the 2-0. Look out, and hits him. So Dickman is plunked, and now 2 men on for the Pippins to send up Noah Williamson. Williamson definitely not the guy the Black Bears want coming up to the plate with men on base. 0 for 2 today with a couple of strikeouts. And it looks like it's Michael Benn starting to get all set and ready to go for the Black Bears. Stretching out on the far side of the pen is now Corey Keir. Going to chat with Davis, who's had 84 pitches, 52 for strikes. And while he has a quick talk, let's take a quick look once again at the scoreboard around the West Coast League. It's, of course, 4-0 here in the top of the 7th inning. Black Bears up on the Pippins. Walla Walla lead at 5-1 on the Port Angeles Lefties in the bottom of the 6th at Civic Field. Bend now with a 3-1 lead on Bellingham, top of the 6th at Vince Guenna. And in the bottom of the 5th, Goss Stadium at Coleman Field. The Portland Pickles with 2 and the Corvallis Knights with nothing. So Williamson getting a little more time to think about what Davis might be throwing at him. As the soft breeze starts to blow in, rippling through Davis's jersey up there on the mound. Williamson again, potential Marlins prospect. First pitch, Ooh, down and in, 1-0. Let go a little early. Started off the inning with a fly out to center, then a walk to Willie Lajoie, and then Blake Dickman was hitting the back. Double play ball ready for the Black Bears, though. They've got the defense to do it. 1-0 is tapped foul and trickled over. 1 ball and 1 strike. We've got some excited fans out here today. They're making me a little nervous over here with their vocal cords. As a broadcaster, I can't make that sound too often. I'm not going to be able to call any more games. This is some of the loudest this crowd has been this season, getting behind Miles Davis and the Black Bears. Here in game 2 of the second half. Loving to hear it. Here's the 1-1. Cut on and fouled. 1-2. So now all of David Story Field making the same amount of noise as Miles Davis's family has today. Miles ahead 1-2 with 1 down, and time called by Williamson. It's definitely a different atmosphere here when the fans are up making the noise. Hey, it's a Saturday night. You're out here at the ballpark. You have an even better time if you're enjoying yourself, even better when the Black Bears are leading. 4-0, Cowlitz up. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And taking third is Willie Lajoie. That's going to go as a strikeout and a wild pitch, but Williamson down on strikes for the 3rd time today. And Davis has now struck out 12 Pippins. 2-way, top 7. Mason Marenko, he's 0 for 2, pair of groundouts. And Brian Burris now wants to have a talk with the home plate umpire about Lajoie taking third base. I believe that's a clean play out there, yeah, because he was just advancing on the wild pitch. Williamson can't take first, though, because first was occupied by Dickman, who is still there. Davis now up to 88 pitches, 55 strikes. His longest start as a Black Bear. He's gone 6 2/3. Let's see if he can make it 7. First pitch, curveball, high and tight, 1-0. Michael Benz, one of the relief aces for the Black Bears, getting warm. On the corners, Burley sets up outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Tight slider again from Davis. How many times have I said that tonight? It's been true every time. Yeah, they were playing Peter Gabriel's sledgehammer before. That can be the nickname for Davis's slider, at least today. Been laying it down. 1-1. There it is again. Line drive off the tip of his glove. Nishida picks it up. Going to be a tough play to first. Shepard. He got him. Riku Nishida with the quick play off the glove of Miles Davis and a better throw to send him down for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 2 left aboard. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th at stretch time at David Story Field. 4-0 Black Bears lead. They're back to bat on 99.1 KEDO and 1400 AM Longview, Kelso, and also on YouTube. We'll be right back. Bottom 7 now. Cowlitz 4, Yakima nothing. Shepard, Shores, Nishida all due up. The last time that these three came up in order, Cowlitz were able to bring in a run. And that came over in the bottom of the fifth. See if they can keep that going as the Black Bears will look to extend their cushion for Miles Davis and the rest of the pitching staff. Up 4-0.
Up now is number 32, Jaden Shepard.
And have blanked the Pippins for 16 straight innings this series. First pitch from the Yakima righty is a strike, so Sweeney continuing to work that tumbling slider away from right-handed batters. It's a tough pitch, 0-1. And the next offering is another strike, 0-2 to Jaden Shepard. Davis throwing 91 pitches. Let's see if they want to keep him in. He's gotten 7 shutout for him. Well, he allowed 2 base runners. Next to Shepard, checks the swing, but it's a strike anyway as he went around. And another strikeout from Payson Sweeney. He's got 3 after the starter only sent 1 down on strikes. That's a nice pitch from him. You can tell why he was the 24th overall prospect based off that Northwest page. Schwartz is 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Takes one low and away, 1-0. Again, the Cowlitz Black Bears looking for their first 2-game winning streak since the end of June into early July. Schwartz lines one and right at Lajoie, who could not have been in the more perfect position to stop that baseball. He was off the first base bag quite a ways and just went down to one knee to make the stop. As Riku Nishida comes on up, he's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts and a sacrifice bunt today. Riku lefty with an open stance. Twirls the bat above his head. He's got all sorts of stuff going on, but it's all timing mechanisms as he tried to drop down a bunt, but missed it completely, 0-1. Yeah, you noticed that Marenko was playing pretty far back. The Black Bears, they'll do that too. They have plenty of bunt hits this year. We're taking a look. They have 10. Leading them is Brock Bozette. He's got 4. As Nishida takes one off the plate now, 1-1. 2 down, but the spark plug for Cowlitz out there in the box. So if he gets on, they can continue to get things going as Riku shuffles out of the way. 2-1. Brock Bozette has been today's big hitter of the game. A couple of RBI. He's pacing back and forth in the box, waiting for his turn. Sweeney's thrown 20 pitches, 12 for strikes. It seems like a lot more. Once he gets in that 2-strike count, he's been electric as Nishida lines one into right for a base hit. Riku hustling around first base. He's going to hold on the brakes there. He looked like he was going to try for 2. Riku Nishida is a video game character out there. I don't know how he was able to stop all his momentum going to second, but he did and turned himself right around. So Nishida gets the Black Bears' 6th hit of the contest, and Brock Bozette will come up. He's perfect at the plate today. 2 single, a double, a walk, and 2 runs batted in. He now has 20 ribbies on the season, including non-league games. Nishida with a big lead. Oh, they almost got him. A good throw by Sweeney. Lajoie got the tag down, but not in time. Riku with 8 swipe bags and 9 tries this year. Try to get into scoring position again. Bozette's 2 for 2 in those spots today. As Riku thinks about going, pitches high, and Melenda thinks about the throw over to first, but
turn on your radio to 101.5.
Ends up swatting back down.
70s weekend, proud sponsor of the Black Bears.
Cowlitz pitching staff has been lights out the past 2 games, and the offense have been right there to back them up. Kelly Austin got his first league win yesterday. Miles Davis is 1-2, looking for his 2nd win of the season. Bozette takes one away, 2-0. Hitters count here. Bozette can get another extra base hit. Nishida will certainly score from first base. He's got that kind of speed. Now another long look from Sweeney. Looks again. There goes Nishida. Bozette hits one in the air to right, and Shanks, though, is there. Make the grab for the final out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left to board. Let's go to the top of the 8th inning, shall we? Black Bears 4, Pippins nothing. Miles back out there for an 8th inning of work. You won't want to miss it right here on YouTube and KEDO. Well, the Black Bears have a fever right now, and the only cure is more Miles. As a little Don't Fear the Reaper playing over the loudspeaker here at David Story Field. Cowbell song as Miles Davis has rung up 12 Pippins today. It's going to be Shanks, Molenda, and Holder. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Let's go to the line scores again. Black Bears 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 4 left. Pippins no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 left. Davis has been white hot as he gets a swing and a miss on the slider. And Shanks waved right through it, 1-1. Davis up to 93 pitches, 58 for strikes. So far today, faced 23 batters, no runs, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 12 strikeouts, nothing else. 1-1. Is hit hard on the ground, but foul on the third baseline, 1-2. And just in case, again, Michael Benz continuing to toss with Wilson Weber in the bullpen. Davis's pitch count is getting up there. 1-2. Down and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another nice block by Jacob Burley. It's 6, 7, 8 due up. And they are a combined 0 for 6 against Miles this evening. Excellent night for a ball game, especially if you're a Black Bears fan. A lot of special things happening tonight. 2-2. Swing and a foul tip out of the glove of Burley. I couldn't hear if Shanks made contact, but Chad Little behind the plate certainly, well, a lot closer than I am. So if he heard it, I'd definitely trust him there. Davis is 2-2. Swung on, grounded to third, and it goes under Bozette's glove and into left for a base hit. So the no-hit bid for Miles Davis is over, but wow, what a night for him today. As Bozette slammed the ground, but honestly, there was nothing he could do to stop that one. As a standing ovation for Miles Davis tonight, his last game as a Cowlitz Black Bear this summer, and one that he's certainly going to remember for a very long time. Miles Davis goes 7 innings, allowing just 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 12 strikeouts, a Cowlitz record for 2021. As the whole team coming on in, he tips his cap. And a big thank you from the crowd for Davis. What a season it's been for him on this Cowlitz Black Bears team. So we'll step aside for a pitching change when we come back. Michael Benz to take the mound right here on YouTube and KEDO.
The new pitcher on the mound is number 29, Michael Benz.
All right, Brock Molenda 0 for 2 against Michael Benz. Michael Benz, one of the best relievers in the entire West Coast League. Strong right-handed thrower, nails the outside corner against Molenda, 0-1. And what a sensational performance for Davis today. 7 plus 12 Ks, just 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, no runs, although the runner on first is his responsibility as Benz fires over, not in time. Benz, a right-hander, 6 foot, 200 pounds from Sonoma State University from Corte Madera, California. Making his team leading 15th appearance on the mound. He's 3-3 with 2 saves, including non-league games. As his curveball hits the outside, 0-2. He's pitched 23 in the third innings, 19 strikeouts, 7 walks, and 19 hits, a whip of 1.26 for him. His last outing against Ridgefield won a scoreless inning. Next one, foul tipped, and that hits Jacob Burley, but he seems to be all right, and the count will stay 0-2. Well, is anybody that can come out here and finish off this game? It's certainly Michael Benz, familiar with giving the team a lot of length and coming in tight spots as well. And the 0-2 on the way. Takes a long look over to first base as this is hit in the air to left field. Mensch right there and makes the grab. That's out number 1. So 1 batter, 1 out for Benz, and the runner stays on first. Here's Taylor Holder, 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts. Benz this season, when it comes to inherited runners, has only allowed 1 of 5 to score. And overall, he's left 27 men on base, so he's done a really nice job. And, well, that pitch right there is one reason for it. A beautiful change down and in, 1-0. Hey, listen, the Black Bears have the number 1 pitching staff in the league, not by accident. They have a whole stable of incredibly talented arms. Shanks with a lead off the first base bag, being held on by Shepard. It's the 0-1. Almost spiked down outside. Quick snap throw. Not in time. 1-1. From Benz. Burley sets it down and away. He deals. Swing and a miss. Michael Benz. Get this man some Pine Sol. That pitch was absolutely filthy. So 1-2 coming on in. The bearded wonder for the Black Bears. Shanks with an even larger lead, now nearly 11 feet off as he deals again. He got him. Strike 3, Michael Benz. Gets his Holder window shopping on the inside with the off-speed pitch, and now there's 2 down. Now Spencer Marenko to the plate. 0 for 2, pair of Ks against Davis. If he can get aboard the top of the order, will come on up as Calitz with, looks like Keegan Wright warming in the pen. First one from Benz, foul back. The off-speed pitches for both Davis and Michael Benz have been just out of, well, super in control, but out of control in the sense of how amazing they've been. A lot of movement, a lot of late movement, and tight spin on the ball as the fastball low and in. 1-1. That was only Benz's second pitch off the plate. He's thrown 10 and 8 for strikes. In the top of the ninth, or in the bottom of the 8th, rather, the Black Bears will set up Stinson, Mortensen, and Mensch. Fires over. Ooh, quick one. But not in time. Benz has picked off a pair of batters this season. Now another look. Delivers. And the slider misses outside. 2-1 from Benz. Again, Miles Davis took a perfect game into this, into the 7th inning, and took late into the 6th and took a no-hitter into the 7th. As this one's low, 3 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, the first base runner he allowed in the game. Yeah, it was in the 7th. And it was a walk and then a hit batter. Then he promptly retired the next 2, and before Alex Shanks led off this inning with a single. 3-1. And time calls at the plate. So we'll wait a little bit longer for this pitch to come in. And time to give a little credit also to the Pippins. Payson Sweeney's come in and just shut down the Black Bears offense through his innings of relief. Benz deals. There's a fastball strike. 3-2. But the Black Bears were able to get on the starter and score 4 on him. Last run scored in the 5th inning. They scored 5 in yesterday's game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Man on first. Shepard no longer going to hold on the runner. As he'll be off on the pitch. He deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 14 for Black Bears pitching against the Pippins as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Black Bears looking to add some final runs here in this game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left to board. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Black Bears coming to bat on KDO and on YouTube.
Job.
Here we go, top of the 8th inning. 4-0 Cowlitz lead over Yakima Valley. As they'll look for some State Farm insurance runs here. Brought to you by State Farm of Longview, your local agents. Bob Beal and Scott Fisher, they got your back and are proud sponsors of the Cowlitz Black Bears. You can catch Bob Beal at 360-425-5432 and Scott Fisher at 360-432-9500. And the man that'll try to start that up is Jacob Stinson, who is 0 for 3 with a trio of groundouts.
6.
Payson Sweeney out for a 3rd inning of work. He's been great. He's only faced 8 batters, allowed 1 hit, hit a batter, and struck out 3. First pitch from the righty to Stinson is outside, 1-0.
Jacob Stinson. Sounds like we heard the winner, and you can pick up your winnings at the ticket office.
And now Mark Warnerovich starting to get warm for Cowlitz. 1-0. Look out. Ooh, and Stinson gets hit directly on the ankle. And he's running around there as he's hobbled over to first base. Seems like he'll be okay, just needs to shake it off. But a couple of scary hit by pitches for the Black Bears today.
I'm happy to.
One of them hit Henry Mensch, but he's all right. He's back out there in the on-deck circle here, and he's also played some defense.
And you did win $351. The other half went to the Humane Society.
And Stinson going to take a long walk down the first baseline.
Because
Yeah,
Monday, remember, my
that's a
birthday
tough
is on
part to get
Tuesday.
hit.
Thank you. This coming Tuesday.
So now steps on the bag, takes a squat down. And he gives the coach a thumbs up, so he's good to go. Brock Mortensen up now, 0 for 3. He's hit the ball in the air well 3 times, but has been caught twice by Taylor Holder, once, I believe, by Noah Williamson. We'll double check that for you, though. And it's the first one to him, outside. Nope, the other time was by Fernandez. There we go. 1-0 to the left-handed batter for the Black Bears. He's got the shin guard on, so if he does get hit, I mean, at least he's got some protection in here. And the 1-0 is crushed in the air to right field. Going deep towards the track, but the ballpark will hold it. Shanks with his heels on the warning track, able to make the grab and put him away for out number 1. That is where Brock Mortensen hit his first home run of the season at David Story Field. Was over on the right side. Also pulled the home run
up now is number 9, Henry
at Walker Stadium in Portland as Henry Mensch steps up. 1 for 2, reached on an error, scored a run, single, then was hit by a pitch. Man on first, 1 down. Right-handed hitter with power takes a strike on the outside on the slider, 0-1. Black Bears, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 4 left. Yakima Valley, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left aboard. Really keeping Stinson close. He can certainly run. Well, maybe slow down a bit with that ankle getting hit with the ball as Mensch takes a fastball high and tight, 1-1. Cowlitz Black Bears will clean up the series tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. against the Yakima Valley Pippins. You can get your tickets at CowlitzBlackBears.com or tune in on YouTube, KADO and KADOAM.com. Next one to Mensch, down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then, hey, if you're missing Yakima, don't worry, because we'll be headed out there from the 27th through the 29th. Before that, though, 3-game set at home against Portland and a quick swing to Port Angeles for 3 as well. Mention a hitter's count now, and no longer, as that's a strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Nice action from Swinney today. 32 pitches, 17 strikes. It's only allowed 3 base runners in 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief. The 2-2. Breaking ball, and Mensch able to squat down and serve that one foul on the right side. And as usual, bunch of young fans. Oh, now an older fan. I guess, you know what? With the smile on his face, it looked like he was racing his son to get to that ball. Otherwise, it looked a little strange here. He was trying to beat out the kids for that baseball. 2-2. Slider outside, 3-2. With Queso Gata waiting in the wings. Only 4 runs on 6 hits for the Black Bears. It's felt like more, probably because of the pitching performance of Miles Davis. It just made the lead seemed that much bigger today. But the offense has looked great. We'll look to keep it cooking here. Payoff. Low, ball 4. Henry Mensch on base for the 3rd time today. And again, the Black Bears in business with Queso Gata coming up 1 for 3, a single, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Up now, number 25, Queso Gata.
Gata with a run scored today as well. He's brought his average up to 262.
The last diamond dig. Tell you more in a few minutes.
So Stinson and Mensch both with plenty of wheels on the base pass. Mensch could potentially score on an extra base hit. Stinson would certainly score on a single. First pitch to Ogata. Ooh, right on it as he fouls it directly backwards into the screen, 0-1. When you foul a ball back, just the way like Ogata did right there, when he goes straight back, that means you just missed barreling that one straight up the middle by about ½ an inch or so. It's now the 0-1 with 1 away. He deals and spikes it down outside, gets away from Melinda, hops off the backstop. Stinson will go to third, Mensch over to second, and another wild pitch out of the hands of a Yakima Valley pitcher puts 2 in scoring position for Cowlitz. Still with 1 away and one of their most dangerous hitters at the plate. Sun almost completely down here. David Story. Shadows completely enveloping the field. The light's starting to make a difference. As 1-1 to Ogata. Breaking ball high. Melinda tried to pull it down, but started too much above the belt. So now Case in a hitter's count. Loving the crowd here today. And if you want to be a part of this Cowlitz Black Bears crowd, check out our schedule online and also get your tickets at CowlitzBlackBears.com as Ogata fouls one off of the mask of Melinda. And no complaints for him. He seems to be okay. And actually, Chad Little didn't even walk out to the mound, so it usually means that Melinda's 100% all right. We're only 2 hours and 4 minutes in, so another typical Cowlitz Black Bears game. Keeping it nice and fast for you. And now the 2-2. Hit in the air by Ogata over on the right side and hooking foul. And it was in the netting. It looks like it might have got caught over there. The way that some of the people over are looking at it. Waiting for that ball to drop down. So another 2-2 coming up to Case will prompt a visit from Brock Melinda. As he walks back.
Question, yes or BS? If you have really big eyes, you're probably
not
nearsighted.
not so great news for the Black Bears today on the outside of out of town scoreboard. Corvallis now have a 5-4 lead, so they're hoping that Corvallis could drop one so that they can gain a game on them. But they can still gain the game on Portland, who's losing that one 5-4 in the top of the 7th. Ben lead 3-1 in the top of the 7th. Evans, Genna, and Walla Walla 5-2 at Civic Field in the top of the 8th. Now the 2-2 to Case. It's grounded over to the shortstop, picks it up on a hop. It bounces off his body, fires to first, and with the infield in, they send Ogata down on the 6-3, and now 2 away for Jacob Burley.
Up now is number 22, Jacob Burley.
Burley is 0 for 2. Sack fly, fly out, and a strikeout for him. Sweeney's been great today. 2 2/3 scoreless out of the pen, and certainly helping Yakima out, not having to use too many arms on a game like this. First pitch. Sliced in the air, foul, and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. With a victory, Cowlitz can stay atop the South Division standings, and the way it's moving in Bend, they'll continue to be tied with the Elks. They maintain their leads on Ridgefield, Portland, and Corvallis. And now Sweeney delivers 0-1. Curveball outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to the right-handed hitter from Brown University. Again, we mentioned families here today that have alerted me that are here anyway. We have Miles Davis's, I believe it's mother and grandmother, and then we have the Ogatas in town as well. It's the 1-1. Down and away, a great block by Melinda. He's had plenty of those today. As many wild pitches as there have been, Brock Melinda has saved many more. So now another long look by Sweeney here, with 2 in scoring position for the Black Bears, who are eager to get back on defense. They need just 3 more defensive outs. This is lined into center. Williamson on the run and makes the grab as Jacob Burley has hit the ball hard every time, but has not had one to drop. He did knock in a run earlier on a sac fly, but is sent down now for the final out of the inning. No runs for the Black Bears this time around on no hits and 1 left aboard, or 2 left aboard. Let's go to the top of the 9th. Looking to wrap it all up here. Fernandez, Lajoie, and Dickman all coming up. The Black Bears lead at 4-0. Pippins coming to bat right here on YouTube and KEDO. Here we go in the top of the 9th inning. Black Bears 4, Pippins nothing. And Chris, the Yakima Valley Pippins broadcaster / historian, giving me some really cool information today. Mark Wanarovich on the mound, pitched for the Pippins 2 years ago, and 2 years ago yesterday was part of a combined shutout for them. As now, on the other side of things for the Black Bears, looks to help Cowlitz complete a shutout against the Black Bears for the 2nd game in a row. Since joining the league, the Pippins have not been shut out in consecutive games. The Black Bears looking for their 3rd clean game against an opponent. They did one against Portland and had one yesterday, 5-0 against Yakima Valley. It's going to be Fernandez, Lajoie, Dickman, top of the order, who are 0 for on the day, although Dickman Lajoie has reached base. They are a combined Oh, Dickman also was hit. Okay, so they are combined 0 for 7.
Now is
Hit, batter, and a walk. Dickman and Lajoie, respectively. Fernandez 0 for 3, though. Pair of flyouts and strikeouts swinging. First pitch, a strike from Wanarovich. And the fans loving every pitch. Mark comes on in here, making another appearance for the Black Bears. Hard throwing from Cal State East Bay. There's another strike going, too. He's making his 13th appearance. He's 1-0, including non-league games, with 4.11 ERA, 15 1/3 innings pitched, 16 strikeouts, 7 walks, 13 hits, a 1.40 whip for him as he gets a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Mark Wanarovich sends one down on 3 straight pitches. Mark has not allowed a run since June 25th against Bend.
All right, up now is number 27.
It's an 8-inning scoreless streak. Is now up to 8 1/3. First one to Lajoie, fastball right down Main Street, 0-1. Cal's looking to win back-to-back games for the first time since June 30th to July 1st against the Sweets. 0-1. Belted in the air by Lajoie, but foul on the right end. No balls and 2 strikes. Pippins' bats have been quiet lately. They've been shut out in 2 of their last 3 games. 2 outs away from 3 in their last 4. 0-2. And again, barreled right up and foul. So Lajoie is right on these pitches, just a little late from Wanarovich. Miles Davis, 7 innings of scoreless ball, took a no-hitter into the 7th, or rather a perfect game into the 7th, a no-hitter into the 8th, struck out 12. Michael Benz with a scoreless inning of relief. And now Mark Wanarovich struck out the first batter he saw and is ahead 0-2 after yet another foul ball from Willie Lajoie. And another 0-2. Ooh, up and in. Wanarovich trying to front door and dunk in a high breaking pitch, but it slipped out of his hand. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 3 left for Yakima Valley. For Cal, it's 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 6 left aboard as Mark kicks, fires. Next one. Did he go? No, he did not. He held the bat back, and it was off the black. 2-2. Check over again, and John Pullen says he did not go. I don't think Lajoie went. And the 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. Wanarovich certainly throws hard. I wish we had a radar gun on him. Payoff pitch coming on in. He delivers. He got him! Strike 3! Willie Lajoie was starting to sprint down the first baseline, and instead he'll have to use that momentum to go back to the dugout. He's caught window shopping. As there's now 2 away. Back-to-back strikeouts for Wanarovich. Here comes Blake Dickman. Blake, the last hope for his squad that has struck out 16 times today against the Black Bears. 12 for Davis, 2 for Benz, 2 for Wanarovich. Dickman 0 for 2. He struck out twice and been hit by a pitch. And first pitch from Wanarovich on the outside corner, 0-1. Black Bears looking for a statement victory today. 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Wanarovich, another big-time strike thrower for this Black Bears squad. Keeps it over the plate. As he throws 63.4% of his pitches over the plate for strikes, and first pitch is 63.5%. 1 strike away from their second straight shutout for the Black Bears. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, bases empty, top 9, 4-0 lead. He delivers, and we'll have to wait another pitch as that was off the black, 1-2. Don't forget to stay tuned after the final out for the Cal's Black Bears postgame show brought to you by the Daily News. I'll give you 3 guesses who we're going to have on the show with us today. And the 1-2. That's off the plate. And one of Miles' family's members says Miles Davis, she would be correct. She doesn't even need the 2 guesses after.
Make some noise for Mark on the mound.
Wanarovich now with a 2-2 count. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Looks in. Agrees with the signs. Burley sets up down and away. He kicks, fires. He got him! Strike 3. Mark Wadarovich strikes out the side to end the game. And oh, what a contest for your Cowlitz Black Bears.
Thank you for coming out to
2 shutouts in a row. The first time that the Yakima Valley Pippins have been shut out in back-to-back games this season, or rather, this season and in their history. As Cowlitz make a statement, they've won their first 2 games of the second half. Miles Davis, in his last game for the Black Bears this year, picks up his 2nd win. And over on the losing side is Tyler Frieders. He earns his 2nd loss. He's now 3-2. Miles Davis 2-2 on the year. And again, if you love baseball and you love the Black Bears, this was the game for you. A signature Black Bear win. They got plenty of hits with runners in scoring position today. Brock Bozette with a couple of nice knocks in there. And of course, the story of the day, Miles Davis, 7 shutout innings, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, 12 Ks. Took a perfect game into the 7th and took a no-hitter into the 8th inning. We'll have him up here with us right after this break on YouTube and KEDO, so don't go anywhere. As up next, we have your Cowlitz Black Bears postgame show brought to you by the Daily News right after this on YouTube and KEDO. Can we have 5 minutes, please? Thanks, Mark.
Ladies, now is a great time to head over to the first base side. I'm surprised there's no dudes over here in wigs. Oh, I'm ready to win some diamonds. No. Okay, it looks like Tony is ready for them to come out this direction.
You been up here yet?
No.
Perfect. So we got you right before you left. Awesome.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's what we're looking for. We're good to go? We also have a clip of your 11th strikeout on Twitter. It was filthy.
Oh, I
Yeah, so you'll take a look.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like it's a mad dash now. Let's go for
The
it.
line's easy for me to memorize. I don't even need my scorebook. Perfect.
It's that direction.
All right. Hello and welcome to your Cow's Black Bears postgame show brought to you by the Daily News. My name is Zach Smolin, but the man of the hour, the man of the night, to my left, Miles Davis. Miles, before we get into the game, did you do anything differently before today's game? Did you have a feeling that you were going to be as electric as you were today? Were warm-ups a little bit better? What was going through your mind?
I mean, warm-ups were the same, but I did have a little feeling that it was my last day. I said, I'm going to put on a show, have a good time, and then just went out there, me and Burley did our thing, and it worked.
What difference does Jacob Burley make behind the mound? It seems like he calls a great game. That's what I hear from all the guys.
Burley calls one of the best games I've seen. He knows what I want to throw every time, all game. It's perfect. I love him behind the plate.
And you were almost perfect. Took a perfect game into the 7th and no-hitter into the 8th. When do you start feeling that as a pitcher, like, hey, something's going on here?
I started feeling it like once I walked out for the 6th. I saw the scoreboard. I was like, oh, okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing this.
And your strikeouts, it was like watching a video game. I thought somebody was playing MLB The Show out there. That slider was something else. Was that the best that slider's ever felt coming out of your hand? We know it's your best pitch, but, I mean, today it was something completely different.
I said today it felt the best all summer, probably in college. It really felt amazing today.
All right, Miles, and your family was here. They're making all kinds of noise down here. Who's here with you today?
My mother and my grandma.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
So this was your last start, right? Your last time with the Black Bears. What's next for you?
Going to Cal State Bakersfield in the fall to keep playing there and pitching there.
All right, we're going to have to keep an eye on Miles Davis and all of his great accomplishments. We'll certainly miss him for the Black Bears. He ends his Black Bears tenure in probably the best way you can. 7 shutout innings, 12 strikeouts. That's a season high for the Black Bears. Only 1 hit allowed, 1 walk, and 1 hit batter. Also, another start today, Brock Bozette. He had 2 RBIs today, also double mixed in there. He now has 20 on the season. And then Michael Benz and Mark Wanarovich, they both strike out a bunch today and end up with 17 total strikeouts on the day, especially thanks to this guy who, of course, had a fat dozen for him. So, Miles, thank you so much for everything this season, and best of luck in everything else you do.
Thank you for having me.
All right, it's been great to have you. All right, that'll wrap things up here in the Cow's Black Bears postgame show. Final score, Black Bears 4, Pippins nothing. The Pippins have been shut out in back-to-back games for the first time in their history. The Black Bears will look to complete a 3-game sweep of them here at home as they look to stay atop of the second half South Division standings right here. Currently 2-0 right there on top, so let's keep it going. You can catch all the action tomorrow at 1:05 p.m. on YouTube, KEDO, and KEDOAM.com. Coverage starts at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For all of us here, from Miles, for Justin behind the camera, for Mark McDermott over back home on the KEDO button pushing over there in the station, my name is Zach Smolin, reminding you to have a great evening, catch the Black Bears later, and stay frosty. Have a good night. Dude.